Hey, yes, sir, man. Day Friday. One more day. You feel me? Like, we got Georgia Ohio State, man. Prediction video. I was gonna make it a short, but I'm like, no, I ain't really making no short because I ain't really did too much junk talking. You know, the reason why, because y'all don't never come back to me anyway. Oh, like Michigan fans still ain't came back to me. Ohio State fans from 2020 season still ain't came back. When I say y'all gonna get embarrassed by Alabama, definitely came back from 2021 after y'all was like Georgia wasn't gonna make playoffs at all and we won that championship. So there was no reason to make 10, 15 videos like I did versus last year with Michigan versus Georgia. You know, I was talking a lot of junk and 95%, 2 out of like 120 Michigan fans that tested me at some point replied back. I'm spinning all over the place. Replied back to me. And so I was like, man, what's the point of keep on talking junk to Ohio State fan? You feel me? When they ain't gonna come back anyway. But nonetheless, you know, without further ado, I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. You know, I did a little short versus Michigan versus TCU. That was a little short video, literally. You know, but here's why I had to go in depth because I ain't do too much junk talking. You know, I had got some good games. I ain't finished yet, so I'm trying to make this good and quick. So, nonetheless, Ohio State, I know the game plan. The game plan, Marvin gonna have, and Kirby Smart know this too. I mean, Ohio State, Georgia got a lot of pressure on them because you feel like Georgia's undefeated. Georgia hasn't lost a game since the SEC championship. You know, so Georgia is what, 15-0 right now. You know, and trying to make it 17-0 and back-to-back national championship. And it's in Atlanta, you know, and basically a home crowd. So, you know, it'd be heartbreaking to lose and basically at home, you know, to a team that's, you know, it's not Alabama or LSU or something, you know, or another or SEC team or ACC team like Clemson or Florida State or Miami or something, you know. So, I've been going back and forth, you know. At first, I was getting like Clemson vibes. Last year was like 10-3, you know. But I was like, you know, or like, you know, like Notre Dame vibe when like 21-10, I think, something like that. I can't remember 21-10, 21-11. Either way, you know. But I finally realized Georgia has a lot to empty out in this past month, and Ohio State, I know they're gonna empty everything out. You know, and I know Marvin Harrison going to at least get 15 targets a minimum. If Ohio State throw the ball 45 times, out of those 45 times, unless Marvin Harrison get hurt, you know, get injured, out of 45 passes CJ Stroud throw or dropbacks, let's say pass attempts, I'm going to say 25 of those probably going to go to Marvin. It's just all to it. You feel me? So that's why I realized at first I was like, me gonna be low scoring. But I know Marvin Jr. Dude, like, he's the best all-around wide receiver we have played. Just like I say, Jalen Hyatt, he very well deserved that Biletnikoff. Dude showed up in big games. You know, showed up versus LSU, showed up versus Alabama. You know, had some moments versus Georgia. You know, Hendon Hooker wasn't a rattle. You know, that's the thing. So that's the thing I was like, man, CJ Stroud, dude is a very accurate hitting dummy. Like, you know, like I watched the Florida State game and Florida State and Oklahoma game. And Dillon Gabriel and Jordan Travis, they kept their team in the game. Especially Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis played a great game, had a horrible interception, but, you know, none of that you can cancel it out because, I mean, dude delivered 2 or 3 dimes that were wide open and the wide receivers just dropped. You know, so it give or take, you know. But Jordan Travis, Florida State could have very well been 11-2 right now. I mean, that North Carolina State game, I don't know what that was. Like, that was a horrible loss. They had the game. And, so, but anyway, they won. They 10-3. And Jordan Travis, without Jordan Travis, I know what FSU record would be. Like, he kept the dude, they kept him, like, he would have 250 pass yards and like 150 rushing yards or something. Like, and he coming back for senior year. But I ain't trying to talk about Florida State. I'm trying to do Georgia High. You get what I'm saying? Like, CJ Stroud isn't a great collegiate quarterback, if you get what I'm saying. Like, collegiate quarterbacks, you have true freshmen maybe on the field. You have, inexperienced sophomores, or, you know what I'm saying? So, not everything will be pretty. And you want to get one shot. One shot, basically, because depending on what team you is, like Ohio State had their one shot, and they got lucky because USC lost. That was their one shot. Now, USC lost. They got, you see what I'm saying? NFL, like I said, more times, C.S. Stroud is an NFL quarterback. But, like, you put him around a lot of talent, good defense, good offensive line, and just let him just play quarterback and, deliver throws. Dude gonna be a good quarterback in NFL. And he get 7 to 8 chances. NFL, you go 9-7 and still win a Super Bowl. You feel me? College, like I say, depending on what team you is and how your season went. One loss, you out. You done. And definitely two. You definitely done. So, see this Stroud, I was like, man, it might be a low-scoring game. I realized Ohio State gonna empty the tank. I mean, had Marvin Harrison Jr. Everybody looking at the LSU game and all that, like, oh, this is how you beat Georgia, the SEC championship game. Moore's Ohio State fans, I've been seeing all over. Moral story. Bryce Young is a way better collegiate quarterback than C.J. Stroud. He actually keeps his team in the game when play breaks down. It's like every time I play, I see Bryce Young running around. I expect a positive play to happen. With C.J. Stroud, I expect a throw out of bounds or a contested catch or interception. Some incomplete pass, whatever. C.J. Stroud. And I know he's saying, well, Georgia this, Georgia hasn't. Look at Georgia Stat. No, but Georgia get quarterbacks hit some pressures. You feel me? Like, I know, like I say, I was looking at, I just finished Men's Sports Live they had today. He was like, oh, Georgia struggle versus Georgia not as good as people makes them out to be. Now he's talking junk. Now, you feel me? Like, at the beginning, he was like, oh, man. And now he getting close to the game. And he talking about the coach's film breaking down. Now he's talking mad junk now. No, he's like, oh, Georgia hasn't played no good defense. Ohio State played top 25 defense and all that. I'm like, you feel like how good is those defenses actually is? I mean, the Big Ten West defense, Iowa has a good defense. They not Georgia. They don't have the players to do. And when you look at you talk about, oh, Kentucky, it was top 15 defense. They held Georgia 16 points. I'm like, man, come on, Georgia. Hey, just find out, man. Either way, Georgia. I'm calling it now. This will be Aaron Smith breakout game. I mean, he have flashes every now and then, but I think this will be the game Aaron Smith have, like, the LSU game where he had a jet sweep and he was close to making a player miss. He got tackled. I think this is the game where Aaron Smith have, like, one rushing touchdown for, like, 55, 60 yards on a jet sweep. Then he have, like, 2 touchdowns for, like, 120 yards. I'm calling this Aaron Smith or Kendall Milton will have a big game. This versus Ohio State. On defense, I'm expecting a breakout game from Robert Bill Jr. I think Robert Bill Jr. will have a big game. Him or Smile Mondona. I want to say Marvin Jones, but I don't know how. I mean, Marvin Jones healthy. But I don't want to just say Marvin Jones because, you know, I don't know like how much he gonna really go. You know, I think Robert Bill Jr. gonna have a big game and play himself into a second round pick these next 2 games. Second, third round pick. Cause right now he like a 5th, 6th round pick. I think Robert Bill Jr. have a big next 2 games. He gonna boost his draft stock. Him and Smile Mardon gonna have a big game on defense. You know, I think Smile Mardon gonna force some fumbles, catch an interception. You know, CJ Stroud force a big hit and make somebody fumble. You know, and like I said, offense I think it's gonna be Arian Smith or Kendall Milton. I think Kendall Milton gonna have a big game. Arian Smith or Kendall Milton gonna have a big game. I feel it. You know, maybe I'm wrong. But just Ohio State gonna focus on Brock Bowers and Darnell Washington so much. You know, and I think Ohio State gonna give or take. You know, gonna have a good game plan like against versus Michigan when they start to run for a while. And I think Kendall Milton just gonna get them 5, 6 yards to carry it and break one. You know, 30, 40-yard touchdown or something. You know, and he gonna finish the game with like 110 yards and a touchdown or whatever. But either way, my score prediction is Georgia winning 38-27. You know, I've been saying for the longest, 38-27. I'm gonna stick with it. You know, I think Ohio State plays a good game. You feel me? I predict this as a national championship. I always, you know, see after I said it was gonna be Ohio State or Alabama. Then I was like, you know what? When I looked at it, I was like, Alabama, you know, we look at the path, like 3 years, like they winning that championship, losing that championship, then miss playoffs, and I called it out. They did miss playoffs. So I was like, you know, it's gonna be Ohio State and Georgia, national championship. You know, but we won't get that. But I will say this, you know, I'm gonna say that for a short. I'm about to say about Georgia and Ohio State. You know, whoever wins that. But yeah, 30-27, man. I think Ohio State plays a good game. You know, I ain't expecting no blowout. Like I say, I ain't gonna expect no blowout. Cause like I say, Ohio State got a lot to prove. You know, and Georgia's just gonna try to hang on, do what they could do, go to the national championship versus TCU. You know, after TCU win, you know, Georgia gonna look like they're gonna try to do everything to stop Ohio State from winning. You know, and I think they're gonna get it done and beat TCU for that championship. But either way, I think Georgia, like I said, 30-27. You know, I think Stroud have a good game. You know, but I'm expecting 300 yards. 320 yards, 3 touchdowns for CJ Stroud. You know, we probably gonna go for like 28 for 44, 28 for 44. You know, 1 interception. You know, and like I said, I think a fumble gonna have him from a wide receiver or a tight end or a running back that help Georgia. And I think Georgia gonna have like a big special teams play like they did with LSU. Like, we've been so close to getting a punt return. I think we're gonna get one this game. A punt return touchdown, or you know, a strip sack. And I think it's gonna be like Ohio State gonna have a good game. Like Georgia go up like 17. Georgia go up like 17-6 at halftime. You know, I think Ohio State, you know, gets back into the game, makes it to the game like Florida did, like 28-20 type jump. And I think Georgia just, you know, like I say, just 38-27 type jump. You know, where Georgia go up, it'd be like 38-20. And then Ohio State make the game look better. They score a late touchdown or something. You know, whatever. I don't know. Either way, Georgia win 38-27. No, let me know what y'all think. I'm out.